When I first introduced with my co-teacher the problem set based teaching, I think there were quite a few raised eyebrows. Keep in mind that this course had been taught prior to my teaching it by Wassily Leontief, a very famous economist who developed input-output analysis, and a person who I had co-taught a course with him before, and he became a close personal friend. Now, somehow the idea that I was taking over at the age of 26 for Wassily Leontief was a little bit intimidating to me. And undoubtedly, some of the people thought that there had been some decline in the quality of the input in the microeconomics teaching. But I was struck by the fact that the faculty as a whole, including Leontief himself, welcomed this innovation. And it was said over and over again by faculty members, for the first time, people loved their microeconomics course. And it was kind of hard for them to imagine. The microeconomics course has the two things that students really don't like about a course. Something that's both difficult and boring is not something that students are going to jump onto. And I think our course was difficult, but it wasn't boring. And even back then, we applied the standard tools to interesting problems, like in teaching public goods, we had a problem there about looking at the NATO military alliance as a public good and looking at the tensions between the members of NATO and their contributions and so on, something which remains in the news today. So in general, I found a lot of support from my colleagues and the faculty and from the students as well. And I think the students learned a lot. And that was when I began this idea of always use problems and always ask questions. And that's how I teach.